Hey guys, it is Pat, and today we're going to work our core. Okay, we want to alternate body parts every day when you do these 10-minute moves, so not one body part is getting worked any more than the other. One thing you do want to keep in mind, as I always say, contract your core. You can do that any day, doing any exercise or any household duty that you're doing, laundry or otherwise. Suck that belly in and keep it contracted. You're going to work it all the time, and it needs to be worked from the inside out. So what we're doing today, I've got a stability ball behind me. I'm also going to show you how to do the exercise without it. And it's basic crunching, okay? And what we're going to do is reach towards one leg. So we're going to focus on one side of our abs first, and then we're going to flip to that other side. So let's go ahead and get in position and get started. All right. Got my stability ball here and my mat. And what we're going to do, okay, is I'm going to work, we should always start with the right side first, right? So drop that right leg to the floor. We're going to take that left foot up on that ball, okay? Now what you want to make sure here is that it's just underneath that heel, okay? You don't want your whole leg up on this ball, just the heel, okay? Because it's going to take away some of that stability, all right? And lay yourself back. So you're laying flat down on the floor. Now what I want you to focus on here is keeping that lower back plugged into the mat, okay? Don't let it curl up. Naturally, when we're working abs, you always want to push that lower back into the mat and not hiking those hips up, okay? So your left leg is on the ball. This right leg is going to come probably about, 8 to 10 inches separate from that other leg. Your hands are what's going to reach past that leg, okay? So here I want you to make sure you have an imaginary tennis ball just under your chin so that you keep that chin up off that chest. We don't want this. We're not going to apply any pressure to the neck, so we're not taking our hands back here. Our hands are coming straight out in front, palms facing the ceiling, and all I want you to do is lift, contract the core, and lower. So you're trying to lift just past that knee with those hands, right back down, lifting up, and right back down. Try to keep that foot on the ball as steady as possible. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So you're lifting and lowering. You inhale and exhale. Try to get those shoulders off the floor each time, keeping those eyes pointed towards the ceiling, pressing through the heel of that foot. Good. And make sure you're breathing. That's why I say inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You're going to feel that contraction through your core. Before you take a break, I want you to do 20 on this side. Transfer that foot, remember, just under the heel. Keep it nice and steady. 8 to 10 inches separation. Push that lower back into the mat. Line myself up here. Hands are up. And you're going to lift, hold, and lower. Lift, hold, and lower. Good. Keeping that head nice and lifted and lower. Lifting those shoulder blades off the floor. Rotating those hands right past that knee and lower. Notice my leg is not up here, okay? Make sure you keep that nice even distance between those heels. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. And again, you're going to do 20 on that opposite side. So your sets, okay? That's one set because you did 20 on the right and then 20 on the left. Take your break, okay? What you can do is roll yourself out on this ball, chest down, and release that lower back. Hug those knees into your chest, making sure that you grab onto the hamstrings and not the top of the shins, okay? We don't want to put any added pressure on those knees. And then you go right back into it again. We're going to complete 3 sets, 20 reps on each side, meaning both legs counts as one set, all right? Make sure you get those stretches in between. Don't take more than a 30-second break between. That should be plenty. Make sure that you breathe. Keep your head off your chest, okay? And you'll do great. So that's one way to work your core. Now, if you don't have that stability ball, push him out of the way. Watch, he's going to come right back. All right. So you can do it the same way. You just don't have the ball. Lower yourself back. One leg is elevated. Hands come up. Again, imaginary tennis ball. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Because you have that leg up, it's engaging. the bottom half of those abs, your lower abs, okay? So you're working lower and upper at the same time. When you finish 20, lift that other foot, lift and lower. Good, lift and lower. You're aiming to try and go right past that knee, lifting those shoulder blades up off the mat as far as they'll come without compromising form, pushing that lower back into the floor. Good. Once you've completed 20 on that side, remember, go into your stretches. You can hug those knees into your chest. You want to relax those feet, and you can roll side to side. It's called Happy Baby. Okay? Release that lower back. Get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Lay one foot out on the floor, and then hug that other one in. If you're feeling any kind of lower back pain at all, a good stretch to do is rotate that hip up and over. And it's going to stretch that muscle that runs all the way crisscross through your lower back. Try and push this shoulder down to the floor. And don't apply much pressure on the outside of that leg. It releases as you breathe. And then bring it back. Opposite leg in. Take that opposite hand out. And rotate up and over. Keeping that neutral spine. Shoulders flat on the floor. And then bring it back. And you go right back into it again. All right? So with the ball, without the ball, there are your options. 20 on each side. Get those stretches in between, no more than a 30-second break. 3 sets total, and you're done. All right. Again, can't find a remote for this thing to shut it off. I'll see you guys tomorrow.